Hi friends, welcome back to Sarah's Gentle Pilates. I'm so glad that you're here. Now as a Pilates instructor, I get to work with a fair number of moms over the course of a week. And for the past decade or so, they've been so busy with all of their responsibilities that they've had to neglect their own fitness goals and needs. They're ready to start rebuilding their core strength from the inside out. Now, if this is something you can relate to, well then you're why I created this video and the Tough Mother series. So grab a spot on a mat or on a carpeted floor, grab a hand towel, a resistance band if you have one. If not, just grab an old pair of leggings, and let's spend a few minutes to show our bodies and particularly our cores some love. And if you want to see more videos like this with quick, gentle, yet effective core strengthening workouts where we get pretty obsessive about proper form, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. So I'm gonna take my hand towel to begin, and I'm just gonna lie it lengthwise on my mat. So the base of the towel is right at about the base of the shoulder blades or the bra line. And we're gonna start with a couple of fundamentals. So I've got my towel in place. And before we do any upper body curl work, we're just going to talk about what it means to actually engage your core, because it's the key to everything we do in Pilates. So when we talk about engaging our cores, most often we're referring to two groups of muscles, the lower abdominals and the upper abdominals. And to engage your core, your lower abdominals, the cue that I like is to imagine that the muscles behind your belly button are reaching down towards your spine, and your spine is gently reaching towards the mat. A soft imprint, we're not talking about a pelvic tuck, just a firm, flat lower abdomen and pelvis, almost as if I were to put a cup of espresso right below your belly button. You would be using your muscles to try not to spill it. In the vast majority of our exercises, not only do we want to engage the lower abdominals, but we also want to engage the upper abdominals. And one of the best ways to do this in your upper back is to reach your shoulder blades down your back. So these are the fundamentals to keep in mind as you do your exercises today. With that in mind, we're going to engage our core. So belly reaches towards the spine. I'm balancing that cup of espresso. I'm reaching my shoulder blades down my back. And we're going to reach back and grab the top end of our towels. And we're going to come into some supported upper body curls. Holding on to the top end of the towel, I'm going to inhale on the mat. And exhale, pick my head, neck, and chest up. Just coming up to about where the base of the shoulder blades are still on the mat. And then I'm going to roll right back down, and I'm going to do 4 more of these. I'm going to exhale, come up, trying to keep my pelvis flat, trying to avoid tucking as I come up. And then I'm going to roll right back down. Exhale, come up. We've got 3 more of these. The other thing I'm using my towel for, is to keep my neck relaxed. It's so easy when we do our chest curls to really have the neck do the work in place of the abdominals. And using this towel helps to keep our neck relaxed. I'm thinking as I come up about my bottom ribs reaching towards the top of the pelvis. And 1 more. Exhale, come up, and we'll hold. Try to come up just like 1 inch higher. Hopefully you start to feel a little lower in the belly like I do. We're going to roll right back down. Well done. So next we're going to come into our fundamental Pilates exercise called the 100. And it uses the 3 skills that we've learned so far, and it adds on. So I'm going to engage both my lower and my upper core. I'm going to pull my knees into my chest, gently reach my thighs for each other. And I'm going to come into my upper body curl, reaching my shoulder blades down my back. I'm going to pump my arms 5 times as I inhale and pump my arms 5 times as I exhale. And we'll go again. If you'd like a challenge, try to straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. and 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. About halfway there. Keep reaching those thighs together, balancing that cup of espresso. It's really important. You don't want to feel your abdominals doming. If you start to get neck tension like I am, just put your head on the mat and keep pumping. Trying to keep the chest and shoulders stable, reaching those inner thighs for each other. And that's plenty. Well done. Quick point. When you start to feel neck tension, it's really important to put your head down on the mat, because what that means is that the neck muscles are taking over for the abdominals. So you're much better to build your endurance in the upper body curl rather than to force it before your body is ready. The next exercise we're going to do is called the roll up. And if you're a beginner, this is where I like to have my resistance band or my leggings handy. So I'm going to grab my resistance band and I'm seated facing forward. My legs are straight and together and my feet are flexed in towards my face. My arms are reaching long and my belly is scooped. I'm going to think about the muscles right behind my belly button. They're pushing me back to roll my tailbone, my sacrum, my low back. Really articulate that back down to the mat. And then we're going to come right back up. Pick the head, neck, shoulders up. Curl like you're trying to reach the crown of your head through your arms. Now this is really, really tough. So don't be too hard on yourself if you're not able to get it yet. I'm going to show you a couple of ways to build up into it. My favorite way to start is with knees bent and hands holding on. You're rolling back and really think belly scoop as you go back and belly scoop as you come up. You want to keep a round shape. And then as you build strength, you start to let go. And then step 3 is to straighten the legs. But it takes time. Another way you can build into this is to use a resistance band. So I've got my band around my feet. I'm holding on, or again, leggings instead of a band. And you're going to roll back, really reaching those muscles behind the belly button to the mat first. And then gently use the band to assist as you roll right back up. Now, wherever you're at, let's do 4 more. I'm going to do the full version. Oh gosh, I do like that resistance band. I'm really tempted to keep it. But I'm going to roll back. My thighs are reaching together. My feet are flexed in towards my face. And the roll up starts when my arms are right above my chest. This is 1. Scoop that belly, feel a nice stretch throughout the back. Stay curled as you roll back. Really use your muscles to push that low back to the mat first. And 2. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you curl over. And roll back. And 3. Definitely feeling warmer now, and I hope you're feeling the same way. I'm feeling more open too, which feels so good. And I think I just caught myself in a bit of a shoulder shrug there. So as I come up this next time, not only am I really reaching my thighs together, belly to my spine, but I'm trying to keep my shoulder blades down my back. Well done. So I'm going to set my hand towel to the side because I don't need that anymore. The next exercise we're going to do is some pelvic rotations, and then we're going to come into our single leg circle. So I'm going to lie down on my mat, engage both my upper and lower core, belly to the spine, and shoulder blades down the back. And I'm going to think about the part of my abdomen that's rib cage and below. And I'm going to rotate my bent knees over to the right and exhale as I rotate them back to center. And then I'm going to inhale, rotate my legs to the left and exhale back to center. And again, now what I'm trying to do is really keep my chest and my shoulders stable. And below my rib cage is what's rotating. The other thing that I'm thinking about is trying to keep my knees in line. So as I come over to the left, I've got to really engage those right obliques to pick that right hip up. And exhale back home. And one more this direction. Check back in, make sure those shoulder blades aren't creeping up like mine were. Next, we're going to do single leg circle, which builds on this topic of spinal rotation. And I love to use either leggings or a resistance band when learning this exercise, but it's not required. So I'm lifting my left leg up first. My right leg is long on the mat, and I'm lifting my foot up into the resistance band, and I'm gently pulling on each end to activate my upper back and open the chest. Shoulder blades reach down the back as I pick that left hip up across the body, circle the leg down, around, and up. And we'll do 4 more. Left hip picks up, leg circles down, around, and up. Trying to keep that leg straight, trying to keep shoulder blades down the back, and chest open. And as my leg circles and I reach into the band, I feel a nice stretch and work throughout my left waist. I think I've got one more. And then we'll reverse. We want to do 5 of these in each direction. And then I'm going to reverse. I'm going to go to the left, down, around, and up. And to the left, down, around, and up. Check back in with those shoulder blades. Make sure they're reaching down the back. And the chest is open. The left hip absolutely picks up as the leg crosses the body. That is encouraged. While this exercise is called single leg circle, it's actually a spinal rotation exercise. This is our last one. Beautiful. Then I'm going to switch legs. If you can do it in the air, that's great. If not, however you need to get here. I'm going to straighten the right leg into the band, pulling gently on the ends of the band. And I'm going to circle that right leg across the body. Right hip picks up, circles down, around, and up. And let's go again for 4. Down, around, and up. I'm feeling some good cracks. And 2 more. You can kind of imagine that you have a pencil between your big toe and your second toe, and you're drawing imaginary circles on the ceiling. And the last one. And then we're going to reverse. We're going to go wide, down, around, and up. And 4, down, around, and up. And 3, check back in with those shoulder blades. Make sure those rib tips aren't wanting to pop up. And 2, let that right hip pick up. And the last one, make sure you hit every inch of that circle. Beautiful, feels so good. So next we're going to come into a couple of really deep abdominal ab burners. So you're going to definitely feel this in your abs. So I'm going to engage both my lower and my upper core, and I'm going to pull my right leg in towards my chest, and my left leg long and high. I want to feel that low back reaching for the mat, and I don't want the low back to arch at any point during this exercise. Then reaching the shoulder blades down the back, I'm going to exhale into my curl, keeping that lower back rounding into the mat. And then I switch the legs. I inhale, start to switch, exhale, complete the switch. You can certainly use your towel if you'd like to support your upper body curl. Just keep thinking bottom rib towards the top of the pelvis. You can also put your head on the mat, and it's still a lot of work. Find the version that's right for you. And we'll do 2 more with each leg. Pull your knees into your chest. Take a little neck break. The next exercise is called double leg stretch. So I'm going to come into my upper body curl. You can use your hands to assist you getting there. Same rules apply. Lower back into the mat, belly to spine, shoulder blades down the back. And I'm going to exhale, straighten both legs to a high diagonal. Inhale, hug. And 4. Inhale, hug. And 3. Don't hesitate to put that neck down if you need one. Need a break. And 2. And last 1. Thighs reach together, belly to spine, low back into the mat. Whew. And that is a lot of work. So the next exercise is called saw. This exercise is more about upper spinal rotation. So I'm seated with my legs about mat width apart, and I'm going to start with my hands behind my head. Sitting up tall, you can absolutely bend your knees a bit if you have tight hamstrings like most of us do, but you're working towards straight and you're dropping those hips, lifting that chest away from the waist. Then I'm going to twist over to my right, and I'm going to bend my spine so my left elbow reaches for the right knee. And then I'm going to inhale back to center. And then I'm going to breathe and exhale as I reach my right elbow towards my left knee, feeling both a side bend and a twist. And I inhale back to straight. And exhale, twist. As I twist to the right, I'm really trying to keep that left hip grounded. And to the left. Now, twisting can be aggravating if you do have any injuries. So just start gentle with your twist to make sure your body likes it. Now, I'm catching myself in a bit of a shrug, so I'm going to try to reach those shoulder blades down the back. It's so easy to forget. And let's do 1 more each side. Twisting to the right. And twisting to the left. Moving right along. I'm lying on my back. We're going to do some shoulder bridges. I have a little pillow under my head just for comfort. It's totally optional. Getting set up, belly to my spine, shoulder blades down the back. I'm going to start by just doing some pelvic rocking, rounding my low back into the mat, and then arching it back up to its natural position. And rounding the low back into the mat, kind of pushing the back waistband into the mat with those abdominals. And arching back up. And 1 more of these. And arching back up. Now the next time I round my low back into the mat, tailbone is pointing towards my knees. I'm going to step into those feet and lift my tailbone and my hips up into my shoulder bridge. And I'm keeping those shoulder blades on the mat. And then I'm going to lower the mid back, the low back, the waist, the sacrum, the tailbone, articulating 1 vertebrae at a time. And then I'm going to come up, trying to move every vertebrae on the way up and every vertebrae on the way down. Sometimes I like to think of the mat as like a heated massage table. And I'm rounding the low back into the mat, stepping into those feet, This is so good for the hips and the glutes. And lower right back down. Let's do 2 more. Don't forget about reaching your belly to your spine and your shoulder blades down the mat. And the last one. So this next exercise is about upper body extension, which is so good for posture. I'm lying on my stomach. I do have my hand towel folded into a soft square for comfort, and I'm just resting my forehead on it. My arms are reaching long, palms are facing my hips, and I'm going to reach my tailbone towards my heels to keep the lumbar spine relaxed. Thighs reaching together, belly to my spine, shoulder blades down my back. All this engagement, and I pick my head, neck, and chest up, and I hover. Keep thinking shoulder blades down the back, arms are long, and I'm holding. And I feel like I have a small peach between my chin and my neck, and I'm just holding it to keep that neck relaxed. And then I'm gonna lower right back down. We're gonna do 2 more. Find all that engagement, and you're gonna come right back up, hovering. Belly to your spine, tailbone towards your heels, thighs reach together, shoulder blades down the back. Make sure you check all those boxes. And then we're gonna lower right back down. And we've got 1 more of those. So I'm gonna hover, shoulder blades down the back, belly to my spine, inner thigh magnets reaching, tailbone towards my heels. And if you want more of a challenge, bring your arms out into a T, as long as you don't have a couch in your way like I do. And hold, and then lower right back down. Well done. Thank you so much for doing this workout. If you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. And as always, I love suggestions for video topics you'd like to see. Have a great day.